role of a prime minister. Now, until we perceive when there should be decency and respect. You take him out in a dignified manner. For instance, the who are minority leader and a majority leader, no percent when and your government is in power, you elevate him. For instance, Nana Adonko Akufo-Addo, a year reshuffle. The most reasonable way to remove him was to give him a ministerial appointment. Say, okay, come, Nokoso Anomami. When in actual fact, your real intention was to remove him from minority leadership. Na nka nipa bebree ba hu saa as an elevation, bringing him and giving him more responsibility outside Parliament. Then we are minister, wouldn't mean yet majority leader. We are minister of of one of the sectors, wouldn't mean yet majority leader. That would have been more dignifying than said here over years. In fact, I was very, very disappointed. We were a minority leader, a majority leader. Now we majority leader, even before communication, but through Parliament, everybody knew. Say, we minority leader, a majority leader. Now the Avenue Market, you had already lined up those who were succeeding. Now majority leader, one coffee, it's so ignoble. It's so disgraceful. See, whatever their strategy, I don't think that was the best way to remove a majority leader.
Na adi ono na de na dwuma yin so tu ho. Etina kwakwa ese bi obi na eyi na free ho.
No. Omoko National Executive Committee meeting. Now, on the agenda, the reshuffle of the majority bench. Now, at the Council of Elders meeting of their party, now removal of or reshuffle of the majority bench. Now, when in actual fact, there was no discussion or engagement with the majority leader. That's what I'm talking about. Now, more people simple. We move station NIT FM. You carry stories before the resignation. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How do you know? Yeah, and that was what brought about that disarray within the majority caucus. Now, Joseph Owusu, first deputy speaker, say nobody has the power to remove or reshuffle their leadership for them. So it only shows that not engagement anyhow. They just wanted him out by all means. But to be honest with you, yes, sir, nobody will leader who has served you as minority leader, a majority leader for 7 good years. Majority leader for 7 good years. That's not how to treat him. Now, media, so many years ago when I was in Parliament, I remember MPP Omu Delegates Congress and our conference, the SC World Trade Fair. Confer that clip, now the speech of Chairman Sabosu. In fact, it was more elegant. It was more presidential at that time at the trade fair more than an Akufo-Addo. Go and look at that thing. So I have always known that there will be a difficulty and they wouldn't jail. They wouldn't jail because now the clarity of thought at Kasadia Okaya Woho in 2009 as minority leader was more eloquent, was more dignified, and he projected himself but me president and our vice president. And in this game, if you pick too early, it becomes a problem.
Would you say no since since 2009 no na amanakwa nakwa banisa.
Oh, one thing, you were parliament. I left parliament 3 years ago. This is my 4th year that I left parliament. I left with the 7th parliament. But time the amigo parliament, it was rumored all over the place there. They will take Chairman Sabonso to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And I want it.
Okay, baby, sound by there. Though.
Yes. I didn't see it. So clearly, somebody was watching him carefully and had to take his pound of flesh at the last minute. It's unfortunate that they had to use Afenyo Makin to do that. Because on the majority bench, even with the coming in of new members, meaning on the majority bench, there are people who have more experience in parliament than Afenyo Makin. I know there are people who are senior in parliament than Afenyo Makin. If it is law, I also know that there are people on the majority side who have got many years of experience at the bar than Afenyo Makin. So Afenyo Makin has only been an instrument in this plot to get James Bonsu out.
Wow. Mami bisa we very generic. So what a year leadership of the house? Say basa and sakraye bema. The parties, political parties' involvement in the same because here came speaker a really a bra already why say in the press conference no a year a morning the crying ya banter our parliament house one or chim speaker chim said there be Amenyokubi and I said caucus need to mean change your leadership without more political parties' involvement. As I say, especially with the new standing of the ceremony.
I agree entirely with Honorable Speaker Babas. Parties before we call Parliament, said Joe Wise, he can say what he has said because what me Gina and his constituency as an independent, then won it before Okrosi call MPP, even though we are MPP. But when he was not given the opportunity to contest, was Gina independent and won. But people underestimate the value of the platform, their parties, and the parliamentary candidates. There are many places in this country. So when you are independent, I want to be winning. So in the party in the platform, MMAO, to stand on or more tickets to get into parliament, you can't get into parliament and say that, well, manya ko parliament idea, party no, say we are here leadership, yet omba directly how to select our leadership. Because the party is the caucus is an organ of the party. It's a wing of the party. And so the party is always interested, or whichever party, whether it's NDC, it's MPP, it's CPP, even if you are a CPP member in parliament, in Nibi, but we had or PSC, your party was interested in who, as a PSC member and now CPP member, which part of the aisle will you sit? Your party was interested in it. And you say, who we need elections, no work of parliament as a minority party or as a small party, then you decide, say, media, mania parliament, I will join NDC and I will join NPP. Your party will be interested in who or which caucus you should belong to. So it goes without saying, sir, that decision to change the wording of the standing order by removing party or parties and inserting in this place the relevant caucus was a coup against the parties. And that cannot be allowed to stand. The whoopers say, one party, and call you leadership, and the Kojina independent.
Because which a new standing orders now, a majority leader. Also, majority leader means a member of parliament designated by the majority caucus as their leader in the house.
Yes. So they just removed designated by the party or
parties. Yeah.
With the majority of seats in parliament, and in the almost year. And I suspect, because Nami a member of the Standing Orders Committee of Parliament. Nami can committee that was working on the new standing orders. The definition of majority leader, now you're changing at the time I was in Parliament. So I have a very deep suspicion, sir. I did the SC minority bench, with the reshuffling of the minority bench. That informed this late amendment to that the standing order.
But I say, what can say when the speaker, not just say, a speaker and ruling no and reflecting a new standing orders, because new standing order normally year, AGYEMAN. What party any parties in him? It is a speaker who said if they are involved, yes, sir.
Is there? Who can majority leader? You might come to that conclusion, but you must read what is majority leader, who is majority leader, and what is majority, because you won't know majority. So you go and read majority caucus. What is the majority caucus? If you read the definition of majority caucus, you will see the party or parties with the highest number.
Okay, majority caucus means the members of the party or parties.
Good.
That have the largest number of seats in the house.
Okay? So party or parties.
Yeah.
So if we just remove majority from the majority leader, if we remove majority caucus from the majority leader, and insert, because majority caucus you are defining,
yes, we're defining.
Good. So just remove the majority caucus and insert the meaning of majority caucus and read it, and you see whether it will be party or parties. So, because obviously designated by the majority caucus. And what is the majority caucus? Members of the House who form the majority from a party or parties. So when you read it together, you will left a note down there. The parties have a role to play. So it will even be simply absurd. Say, members of parliament going to parliament on the ticket of a political party, saying that immediately they get to the parliament, the political party will have no say in the election of their leadership, insofar as that caucus is still a wing or an organ of the party. Yes, so the party could say yes. So we will allow you to choose your leadership, but we'll give you 3, because the party is interested in who represents them in the party. Who is the face of the NDC in parliament? Who is the face of the MPP in parliament? So party number 2 said, okay, And then the party is also aware, say, because leadership no a position. The constitution say there must be what? Regional balance. Yes, sir. That's how the constitution is. So the party is interested in ensuring that constitutional provision no, is met, even in the leadership of parliament. And so we see mo party members of parliament no more leadership. And if you decide to go by voting, it means that regions that have no representation or smaller representation might never make it to the leadership. So, but the party wants to reach out and create hope in all the regions of Ghana. Say, we know of you, and that we are taking care of you. One who said in this reshuffle, Upper East Region 4, even though they have only one MP, or more complaints say the president did not look at them favorably in this recent reshuffle. One thing. One to say Upper West forces okay. So even if the criteria of the president was that me and I mean those who have contributed to the success of the MPP positions, the people are saying that no, even though you are producing MP and I am producing MP by Coupe, we gave you presidential votes. You have presidential votes, no, and then the Emma we hear president. You see, and the constitution requires that there must be regional balance. So that is why I agree. I don't think that the parliament and the members of parliament should have amended the standing order to create this confusion. I don't think that they should have done that. That's my opinion, because no party will say that they will have no interest in who represents them in the leadership of parliament. No party.
Okay. Right now, I'm going to say it. Yeah, that's an open.
And that's it, Jerry.
Let me shop.
Thank you.
Yane honorable news of Hussein, NDC, and can know NDC, Russia with your new war. Thermally central, no, yene no. It didn't come on a higher need. 100 points, and I read a phone so our high recoche. Our has a member of the MPP communication team. Saran Suna, yeah, Kwaku Subana a member of the NDC communication bureau. And a political analyst, Yao Asanitano, my business partner, those what I say. Yeah, I can kind messages in the amount.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Special. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special ice, natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Twem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya jon to ma me ensa duku potomanto. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibia so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Udan kama no tumu ho. Me be mo anu ansu wo hye kwa dia ka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. O ka sa batete e da fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Can I try to pay Baba Wari?
Asew.
Ye fear say this way chocolate drink, ya sorry, no pay no nenom. Ye bishop fridge no snack. Ye nya ho ho anu ye de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne yenom. And this way no ti anu a, he se kire wom, koko wom, milk wom, bibia wom, ade o hia ne so se.
This way chocolate drink.
The we here any social.
FDA, I just said you didn't crack to more jet to say a yeah.
Sir, right, a womanizer. He is not good for you. Mommy, I get me photo. I get me photo with the bema or rubble. Jane, okay, cano. They be another so I want to meet you.
Maria Teresa, UTV telenovela for Fraya Kofaba. Maria Teresa, eya baba wa ho fefo. Nimdi fo, ya wo po de bra e wo krokasiemu. Na so akwa wie se, wo papa akoda afiase, enti wo san be krase. Ebe hwe abusua adwuma sede ebe ya ebe koso. Na forma ya woda adwuma na no, woni nani nhia sei. Na so, adwuma ebetumi akoso, ana wodi ho ahi ebe sa akoninti.
Maria Teresa, let me catch you. Minutes. Make us some person at the end of Grand Free Nego. Mafayamo.
Maria Teresa, a UTV weekend telenovela. Yes, Sandia back. Yeah, you know, a fiada memineda, Quasiada, you ran on what chibia, ewo UTV so. Sini, Maria Teresa, Yada Dina Shabi, Nanam Fuani be a cobra, I wish you Fuani be a cobra, a binoya kakapet, Shawi.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie.
Abedafona trase messages no mamemfa menshase ankenkan kakra na fe yemra discussions no so. Ene nsamagodo a ye behwe no. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we share the new appointment given to the former finance minister. Ya kan krata no ha e di amount. Yabesha changes, leadership changes, and so across our Ghana Machebe still rolling. Your honorable HMS Abons officially say, Honorable Afrenyo Markin, and I take you over as the majority leader. And then so Eto saying, John Dramani Mahama, and so Akasa, say a year in the 24-hour economy, no. Ababa Bechimu ye, the 24-hour economy, no, say. Ede oshew bobia ba bewura MPP for UDM. Pacho eno so sa ena hu se ti ana. Enwo benya se obi be ye MPP and NDC ni okay well make can say. Enwo benya se obi be belong to a political party B and sana formaton sa frɛ no. Say bi a onfa ne nimde embeboa na sa amanyuku no wo monye o manifesto ana. Yede eyo chiame kwa medie ya ebeto odwan ene de amanfo kafa na ho ne ono no statement a ono so de ba be chire mo no ene yede the case study ma memfa messages no ebi OPK edi figure so o say Ex-President Mahama's former president was tried and tested, but gave us doomsday for 4 years, 3 months, 4 years. 3-month pay policy, freezing of employment, 8 years cancellation of nursing and teacher trainee allowances. Then but Dr. Baumia, the digitalization man, as the vice president, gave us the 1D1 STEM TVET school, the Agenda 111 hospital, drone delivery, paperless port, into the audio. Richard Eddie from Samai. Also, I saw John Dumelo's videos advertising Mohammed's Metro Mass Transit, Tap and Go. So it was not only Ayalolo who was doing Mohammed's Tap and Go. But how can our Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, engage in such untruth tap and go? That tap and go was an initiative executed from his office. Richard Amasama. Teacher Kujo, say Mr. John Dramani Mahama talk as cheap. You are in opposition and I will do this. I will do this. You have that opportunity. What did you do with it? Isn't it the same Mahama who cancelled teachers and nursing training allowances, collapse of Ghanaian businesses with doom so, and even said he is a dead goat, doesn't fear anything? What is he coming to do this time around? We say good morning to you, Mark Jerry. Please, where is Nanaya Osafo, the senior advisor to Yentubia Akufo-Addo? Is he in this country? I think there's no need for Akufo-Addo sooner because every Ghanaian knows the real state of the country. And we say condolences to Sunkwa family members of whom I've lost my biological senior brother Daniel Kojo Yabo Abuadu. Joe boy, bro, may your soul rest in peace. More Ghanaians will hear good news from another Danko Akufo-Addo or parody for home. We say Oga Jerry, I agree to you. It's about time to call a spade a spade. So speculating that majority leader is stepping down. Some leaders says it's not true. At long last, it has happened. I will urge the leadership of the ruling party not to play with our hearts. Kwejo trumpets, tasty aspect fast food. Ubuashi. We say good morning to you, Jerry and Kwabinamafo. I'm listening to you live from Libya, Selt oil field, Felix. And now, we say Jerry, Dr. Bawumia promised 40 ministers, and yet his campaign team is already more than 40 people. Just make noise that you will form your own party. They will create an office for you. Obibini Blackman, Tema West. Mesha Kasante Amasama Samuel Jan was one of my favorite Ghanaian players during his time, but coming into politics, a different matter. He will shock MPP like the way he shocked Ghana during 2010 World Cup quarterfinals in South Africa. Greetings to AGYEMAN, Sede Mafenyo, incoming, Amasama MP. Where Mesha Kasante, or the free Amasama. Where the Ghanaians are waiting in this celebration for scrutiny, and there are a lot of Ghanaians who are Ray, Ray, I told you I said I would trauma me and you. Where say Jerry? I'm Jerry P inside a bofu. Please, who doesn't want a smooth drive? We all do. So I think Ghanaians will not make a mistake to give the car to any rough rider. Dr. Bawumia, who don't have a license yet to do, I will try and see. Yeah, we want the experienced one to take us to the safe destination, and that is John Dramani Mahama. I told Sushebano say JM himself can explain his Awache 24-hour economy policy, so Ghanaians should forget about the NDC communicators and their noise. Ghana deserves a credible and a serious leadership, and breaking the eight is very possible. Where Chef Manatunsu. Well, say good morning, Jerry. This is Erasmus doing the listening at Tema. Mr. Kenufrata's new position is like Abruewu and Audi Abruedi idea. That means you have rescheduled the funeral. This country called Ghana Padia. And Miss Cosfele said, undoubtedly, I'm very optimistic that President Nana Sona is a true reflection of Ghana's economy. In fact, let's rally behind Dr. Bawumia. Let's rally behind Dr. Bawumia and ignore the data noa. JDM was a vision whose vision is statistically insignificant. Dr. Bawumia, it was so. We say, Jerry, the dissolved NAPCO workers now have a second chance by joining NDC JDM 24-hour economy, whose main focus is job for the youth. So NAPCO workers, come and join the team of JDM. Alai Baba Madina and Odebai. We say NPP and Akufo-Addo is totally confused. How can Che Mensah be the minister in parliament and yet without be the leader? And again, how can you be the minister of finance and yet cannot represent the nation in outside the country? So if the IMF need one representative from Ghana, who will go now? Eric Uzdada and now Odifri Aye Odoko Sodiaba. Where is Mark Jerry, my hardworking man? Greetings to my incoming MP, Honorable Dr. Okobo. I say the good people of Teshi surely crown your effort. Well, say good morning, Mark J. Please, it is time the Cocoa Board have a second look at the cocoa farms that Galamsey have destroyed and help reclaim them by filling the pits to make way for the replanting of the cocoa trees. Mr. Tai, Gulf Estate. Teacher Kujo said the structure of Baumia's campaign team shows the competence of the leader. This provides a clue as to how Baumia will administer the affairs of the country if he is elected as the president. Apollo de Fiyuke also McJerry, how many family members are in the government? Governor Mafo should be careful. You know he has been at the end there. That's winning. Enoch Edife Asamaika also to be suicidal for Ghanaians to vote for Dr. Baumia and MPP again. They have mismanaged and put our economy back. The MPP has nothing to offer, nothing good to offer Ghanaians. MPP never again. Lamtekin Rashid said, McJerry, good morning. Please ask Kwabena why was his motive behind him calling Chiame Kwame for being part of the MPP? Tourism and Culture Manifesto Committee. Where's a good morning, Mark, and your colleague, please. I'll say your friend Alex. Alex, mankind message in but into mankind. Well, when it comes to providing and creating jobs in this country, no party can compete with the MPP, and the evidence is there to check with Dr. Baumia as the next president of Ghana come 2025. We say if Kwabena knows that when you speak against one party all the time, you'll be victimized. So why is he always speaking? I don't know. Eric Kwakubu said no matter what propaganda minority and NDC will do against the president reshuffle, but rather more concerned about the Mahama strategy for the country because JDM has been the president for 6 years before. Eric Kwakubu. That's where the Kwakubu also been in my chair to say,
yeah, my Jerry. Nobody there, chair.
Yeah, they are go pass. Yeah, me I don't buck. Eric Oche.
Mark.
Eric, about you want to say?
Chidiam Pumaya don't, but say Yadom at the room.
That's right.
Yo.
Nana.
Mark.
Want to stand up?
I'm here, sure.
Good. Ma Yansha the formation of campaign team. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edited in Babatuja. Raucha over the weekend, there, Chambe Kwame. Now, Okaho, the subcommittee on the tourism culture. And the creative arts. Ebeto Abontain, Obebichiremu, the NTR. On the active partisan politics. And then make it. But the question I'm BBC and Ope is, Ozu, so be to me, yeah, I'm a Yokubi Munipa, and Sanya Pound say, or I drink Tribia, on Farm Bambe Bois, a yes, I'm a Yokudana, because the Agua say, I'm a Yokubi Power be, especially Nippon celebrity, well known personalities, EB. Say, on Bebuan, the teacher is a manifesto committee, and Aqua say, a target, Nippon say ni or say ni near Honsem, as a more giant, and there was a Dr. Baumia Wafano. Any other celebrities, our former, one more. A formal a year the campaign team and as a manifesto committee. Abanisana, can we tap the knowledge from the baby as you saw more doing Chibi on the Babu Mana?
My Jeremy Dassi, the rest here a chief one of pay. No much here, Minu Amonsoa, Minomashia. I didn't say me ban on Namichi Moye newspaper review, only Quabrama for a banter about a Samojan. Say Asamoah or your DNA, also or your Ghana ni, on your MPP ni. I think say you were holding brief for him. Say on your Ghana ni. Mark.
Mankasa or your Ghana.
You say on your MPP ni.
Mankasa or your on your MPP ni.
Also your Ghana.
Yeah. It's an argument they be announcement in you. Pabena Kase, Pabena Sisu, Yase, Asamoah a your MPP. Now me say. The argument is it or your MPP ni anon your MPP ni. Now, also say or your MPP because you can't say political victimization. And I'm say or your MPP ni and when the party card and when we be the dancers or your MPP.
Mark, your formal manifesto committee. No. Me and Monsieur Koko Uzubana, you ever found my account about me?
What's the question then beside it?
David. Manche, you mama kwana me kasa. And chair, but you are not English. I'm from Eba. 10 years as a moja, or contest slide.
Or contest, no.
na yesi oko contest
na yesi na obeka on me program so me yemfa say na oko contest
but umia team no pushing because like that I support all and so they wanted to
all the rumors na you want to obi ka bibi farm on the
rumor
yeah as easy when is it now
Abranche ya bra bo a wabebo as blaster captain ni ya na wo ye blaster team mu nyina na politics Asamoah
ebi ade afa no
oh Asamoah no hold the whole Ghana to ransom you call Brazil as captain of the Black Stars team lead team say ya amfa appearance fee amre omo Brazil omo the next match
and then your politics mu
senior politics here. How comes the president of the land at that time, any wakasa as captain of the Black Star? Now we insist say no. If you see cry the mom, omonje bank draft or a bank any check, they want cash. You fly, Sika Ghana, Emre. Asamoah want Black Star politics. If you cry the captain Babema, the day you Asamoah say auntie say only the day you now will retire. And they been say any 2010. Yenya opportunity to go to semi-final Asamoah nya penalty okobo say in your politics because nya party and no party at that time anya the party no power ya tamils ni John Mahama beje no nyam ye be ko semi-finals first African country there and your message no o maso e ha ne ya ball utimi maso mani duru suru say
obi ambo penalty say ne down
men kansa
na sadia wo ken dey
na crucial penalty they call the next stage of the tournament here. And can go World Cup final African country bianco bida. Samoah muscle bar over the bar. This is the man we are talking about. Now one who President Kufuor ne Baumiano John Bodumo of China, as Samoah was leading them for fundraising. Chinese businessmen. A couple of China.
They say we issue there.
Me issue ni say Asamoah ye MPP ni enuti ni afare so make manifesto.
No problem. Now and so into so
obi onion tum ebi no chami kwame statement or the aba bontin no. Nko afa makra nka ye. Una be chebe se wo ye a political. Na wo obi afre wa ne be ye adwuma ni ade nti enye se ye hu so ye MPP ni. Nko afa makra.
Victimization unim say no be na ye.
Let me tell you something.
Unim say na ye.
Let me tell you something.
We you focus on the knowledge.
Let me tell you something.
But we only focus on where somebody's coming from or the colors are inclusive.
And now you're deputy minister of tourism. Oko contest wa yesu ano. Na anye yi. Enu ti kura na team yan fa na nka. In 2015, Mr. Beautiful acting movie Kodi John Mahama. MPP chairman wa Ashanti region. Emma movie producers warn he say, "Wa we ni mo abe feature with a beautiful. E wo movie bia bia e be ban wo Kumasi." Ayi
MPP chairman be no.
One na chairman wo Kumasi.
Emma movie producers.
Yes.
Maintain that.
Won't ye?
Deb.
O se wo nim asene ya wo ye wo
ayi kuma producers. Movie producers no emfa no.
Want to me can out. Unti ya me catch yes call to me. O se wo nim a odi ni be feature movie bia Kumasi wo no ye be ban o movie.
And then na see Mr. Beautiful kwan say na ko no do beka. Ono no say movie producers na for no na kan you.
Ono no beka dey.
That no one can say chairman who to ko catch movie.
One can tell mo kan wa bontin public statement. And no movie ayi producers no ko obi o ti da bi o. Ye say my emfa no onya adwuma bi o. Emese ma adwuma. It's a beautiful downfall a wanye ayi.
Aye papa.
Oze.
Papa.
E bi asipen. Na yen esan say ye ni papa panti no. Yen koto Asamoah. Na Asamoah ne kwa say dey no wo mai. Ball so waje abo. Ana obonyum. Anyum no obo. Dey bi no ya magana. Enti hwan na koto no wai. Onye ntum no nko nanim udwane MPP enya bone. So that's here. Ochiame kwa me udwane MPP enya bone. Send a Ghana Stock Exchange chief executive yakofa na be kan ni ade. Say state institutions now. The politics a raho. Ye chief executives MDs ni ade be kan manifesto committee ho. Ye wi aya be ka say ye was solid team.
Maybe say a question bi o me say enti so obi wo knowledge bia.
E na me ka say enye bone
ye fa ne ba.
Na ni omo ye pen. Ni omo ye pen wo krom ha. Say obi di no ko bo amanyoko bi a ye say hey. And you would onya Ghana ni treat you this way. nche ne no mo form na mo ye so called neutral so mo mebo mo no ene mo nso Majeri ye ni krum anu na actors and actresses so called celebrities e call dumso demonstration and ye demonstration economic hardship wo from ba so sense say call dey mu nyina bonyum against the government and say call dey TV bonyum say free SHS yes say was here twice because dumso boy okay na we nyina na obeka kire say they are not MPP people mark me fa eno to na me nko ayi enewo utami anya me kasa we kura ma me mabiem President Akufo-Addo was appointed the cousin as what kind of reader appointment
see I can
say
special advisor
special advisor
envoy
president envoy to international market and private investment and Major unum say special envoy ni presidential advisors omunye accountable to parliament in the parliament enti nyale en from kra so that's here na kind of reata adwumadi a wabedi oman mu mfie nso as finance minister ama oman sikasem the economy na atete apansam besi ene se me ma no macroeconomic indices your year finance minister the performance ya to the extent say on one members of parliament 137 say ye call your constituencies ya and somewhere ye no papa it san wa enye yie mfie mienu that was 2022 no mo de ba abantin see enyi papa ye di president what they say February 14th no you know February 15th ni amana another appointment letter say ono no ye in charge of international one and they new finance minister ya just a domestic finance minister into ye koye international transaction bia I mean Adam cannot lead the country e you furiata enebeye so that my Jerry nientia ye di finance minister can furiata tran wa yes onko nyina na yesikasem adodo dia wonya finance minister one na busua ne Akufo-Addo munya die nti na can furiata gusu ho me wo parliamentary hazard ono akasa ne answer or they call parliament say bosia obo in the name of Ghana any commission ne bank data bank enya no e wa ha efi 2017 ebesi 2021 2022 dia ma 2023 dia ma me sure say okọ parliament ya o de no bi so be kwa koto my Jerry 2017 kenofuri atana kasa o obo bisia 18 billion data bank enya 30.47 million cedi commission 2018 Obobisia 24.3 billion data bank enya 12.30 million 2019 Obobisia 25.48 billion data bank enya 11.83 million Ghana cedis 2020 Obobisia 35.63 billion data bank enya 20.40 million 2021 Obobisia 103.62 billion data bank nya 85.37 million ukani nyina abomu a 159.37 million commission data bank nya kenefurata betran wa no kotu bible say media menyi akatua service to the nation ni ade we she not finance minister
woman na transaction advice
na denti na wo ye finance minister na wo be fa bank say eti bank awuro ni kromo a oba na banks bi ho na obeyi omadi na data bank share strategic African security so we after there they cancel their contract and on data bank be share we nye no nko bond wa ye ko je no mayo ansa na loans no ne ade nyina e mai ti kenofori ata de wo nye ne ho se tam aduti no pese obefi finance ministry na enne Alliance for Food Soldiers Association of MPP Major you can omelette na what me ahu omelette afa almost the release he say omo na hear the men on the ground say President Akufo-Addo cannot appoint Kenoforiata again say only
we say Obama
friend say Obama
what me say na no
statement aba statement aba say yenyi Kenoforiata because near me e wo form no say Kenoforiata gusu wo presidency woni o san lead ye international transactions ya ebema omo party enya kono no musu say Akufo-Addo collapse party na mom no de agya ho. Majeri, President Akufo-Addo yobia, he doesn't listen to anybody in this country. Okay. Now, Nyahota Makro can be said, Akufo-Addo be do man anymore. Ghanaians will learn a bitter lesson. Kofi Kumse, Eka said, we cannot sleep when Akufo-Addo becomes president. And Nehemiah saying African leaders in Libya, they don't listen to their people. And when they are removed from power, they call on the same people to make some noise for them. Akufo-Addo, living like a monarch, not elected president. The Obia can be he doesn't care. The Ope and Oyo Kromua. And yes, so. Nankadioko Ofuriata Ayewo Omayimi. Why economy tantante and graduate unemployment 1.8 million according to Ghana Statistical Service. And yet a SHS graduate you. And NHS graduate. Where ye tertiary graduate 1.8. But we have a general workers created 2.1 million jobs. Where are the jobs? Okay. My Jerry. All right. It's the verdict. I can Ofuriata. The stewardship of finance and airtime. Yeah, now Mampanyi. What's our appointed Obibi Masamba Finance Ministry? What's our elevated Abdon say? Chesakayema, a government, Emra Fon Kakan, what's our air balloon? Akufo-Addo doesn't listen to anybody. Our state, a current finance state, and I woman, Akatuakra, and we are the man government workers. Now, still, Uguso air appointment. Okay, Madam Sim. I need 100 points now, okay?
Oh no, when you say free, you buy number 2 snake or also the atwaso.
We follow protocol.
Anyway,
Lodi can buy.
Okay, good. Yes, Mark, Mechiao, Juma Kofa by Ne Ubibia Utibia, Ne the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, 2025. Obeba beso akofrem no so ato anwuma pa nanado igusua wede woye na miaminu ya etashia bize Thursday ebegwa kwa kushia atinka. Yes, now Jerry, Udim, one of the problem Africa, of which of course Ghana is so will be a celebrity. Oshe ne time of era na we get the time na refuse so na say nipa na ye mobo. So be a celebrity. Na say o free the time of expire. Na say nipa no why mobo. Now my more recent example, last week the videos and security and we Papa Edward Akwasi Boateng onenwuma no obo enu ye and the need to say by BTT sanwum no as a utia en Kenya especially ahomache pa now that one ye bossa and enwumi. And you could see say such people mbegidin globally be bia just a Ghana for bia Tony CD omede ebo but not knowing say be Papa ndu di kura na eho den ye de mano Jerry, as a result of decisions for macro policy decision making in the because Esan say politicians, politicians are taking decisions in all these various stakeholders. You take a decision you take based on their expertise and I say their technicalities. It is a net. Offer a American money a year. Jay-Z originally a new song for how many a year? Michael Jackson. Now, when we have to talk about his current wealth, Jerry, you'll be shocked and surprised. Even say what we all know. The current wealth of Michael Jackson. You can't choose to see mission. Why? It's because of what? Inclusion in decision making in their political arena. Various stakeholders, they are all part and parcel of the growth and the development of an economy. enti se me be take decision e wo mind mu na man twe sa various stakeholders yi amfoma mama nwuna na se be producer ma moa or minor talent ni wo mu no. So let's pick football. Now football has become one of the most lucrative venture. Spearheaded all talents across the globe. And all back against omuni wuskapa. E diabani tell us there be say yeah draw policy be and now manifesto be such people near you mu free mu. We always look at the person educational level, but we are not looking at the professionalism and expertise, experienced. We are not looking at that. Let's take, for example, Samuel Jan. He is an international player. In fact, he was an international player. Bob various countries, Italy, UK, Arab, and he has tested and experienced how football business really runs. What sounds also about the Amagana. It is such a person and an expert who take decisions in an athlete or sports. You need his input because of what experience are when you were very papa no be ya mo bobo e mo sports journalist. I think that there was a time crowd organizing some fundraising because of the of which it shouldn't be so. All players are more ball, yeah, money and quote for him ball. Now, when he tell you their worth, they are even more richer than some of the current players here. And why? Because of they will be included in the decisions and the policy making for the governance.
Inclusive no any issue, but the matter is the political victimization of women.
Yes, that is.
Because once said that can be beautiful.
Yes.
Also, Kumasi. Movie producers cry and fan all because
that is the problem. That is the problem. Inti me was say me NPP ninti no about it. Yes, me who say me NPP ninti no me ba aba be BBC. I was in Austria, Michael Schumacher. Akoya wo twi sa she falling. Usno mu ayi. Even as wa kwa na bubuagu on kra when Austrians were taking decisions at their omutimi di net na hwi no mo de na ko. Because they need his input. So I don't condone it. And this is the timer. I will say both political parties, yeah, may NPP, they will say, irrespective of what it is. We need to desist from it. And I said in previous, this is almost a twaba. And to say, Ochiame Kwame expertise in this music industry. Look at the music industry. Yeah, but I can't answer me. Nenyuma what tongue and you what for Ghana even in Ubonum Krana. Just say I was sending Kenya Wumukrana a surpass even the current one could be releasing. Yet the man is poor. He cannot even eat. And is that how we want the state to be? And Unyas our expertise here. Say Papa, some more yeah, you can create a platform. Be a GSSE. Ghana stock, you wait me do message near day. We can even franchise it. They can even have a patent. That they are more now, more bono, way. They can even create a platform. There's some music singing just like Americans are doing as Netflix. And so many platforms. Day in and day out, the moment then they are crediting their accounts, the various celebrities. And Sabania Domina Kuguma, I had the boy. It's already, in fact, I disagree. So whoever, and Ochame Kwame one or the other, also do agree with him, said now Okano. Because a political party before pay, then they tout you. So said they do a nim dear by party. Yet how to say, we are saying this here. Mark Jerry, I think say last year more sometimes I am a baby behind Musino. Now me can be beach say Ghana, one of the sector. As ye de ni ko hwe pa ya anke nko abuchi kwan konko bobosia Ghana Stock Exchange. Do you know where we go and raise bonds, euro bonds?
I was in UK. Eh?
No, UK family could school but now I was with a European Stock Exchange.
Okay, European Stock Exchange. Yeah, no.
Good. Sabe you could raise euro bond money and they are all stock exchanges. Because that is where we have the industrial investors there. Go. It is like a Ghana. Yes, you to me, my Ghana Stock Exchange. Now you're regulating here. Now are you visible? Jerry, I tell you, Kesika you be raise you on this country, you'll be shocked and surprised. Ghana Stock Exchange. It is here, some policy we say no. Now you trace nipa we MD or and also staff for how we can incubate this in our manifesto and implement. Said ya beya, yan so subet nyade ade. There was a time one of the meetings and a finance for a meeting. I'm going to say some of us has even conducted studies. Now, Mark, your Ghana for be 35 years, will be 40 years, it be 30 years, you're more pension. But Jerry, if you ask him, Sike be what a share woman passing a business good bank, Mark, you'll be shocked and surprised. And Ubu some say, na say Sike we fabre fear na be investment and as say, was some babu answer che na Ghana investment babe, dear na ekwa meet me at times say Sike we dia kwa. So if the government has what policy what call the aspirant bond, regulating on the platform, everybody can come and purchase this bond. Jerry, I trust me. The 3 billion that we are even asking for here in Namkwano, give it to me more than that. Or people have money there, and when it's fully regulated. And this is the same thing in Israel, Switzerland, Russia. They have their own platform. Our friend OTC. Chinese have it, OTC. And say, Bahumia, it's not safe the sank of the incubation. I don't see anything wrong with that. Because of it's all about the betterment of the country. But I'm saying, same BSC say, hey, Faunim Diabra. And now you because so ya sani NPP and ya sani NDC and as bimi you so e bia na ya sani nim die bia wo no e be so betimi dia boa amoma no ai akonkan it is anyway no both political parties I believe say as we progress as a nation so far as democracy is concerned no Mark I will say your desist here move from Mark now we hear a year now can say over the weekend now yeah papa John Mahama can about 24-hour economy but weekend they meet okuje to abrakwa in fact me reho ye ade me reho papa se papa pa senkenim gye na ekura no what out ba bia okuje to ba health no ehuri foreign no ehuri ba finance no ehuri the lady about in TV3 asked him a simple question about 24-hour economy and the way the man explained it Nam say, hey.
I didn't explain this or the my own.
Just we have said 24-hour economy no. Obi account just say NDC for current me explain it. She even cited an example. Say democracy watch simulation. Ebu say akrantia mu gigina kwa ho a be 24 hours. Ebu mu so se fufuo kura na anadwo betinye de. So o kasa man kasa. O kasa man kasa. Oh. Mark control no. Oh.
That time kakra now say you need time. Why?
Say man for court night shift ya. Omunidi.
Okay.
Who dey eat? Okuje to abra say 24-hour economy no. You be infrastructure one. And airport was also building the construction of airport. Now say hey, now even let you cry no. Na o sasre no. Now look at it. Adia munim ho machi na me I don't blame them. Say John Mahama when na man for manifesto no was now Majeri 24-hour economy no me more simple example na me Austria on na company bia na ye adwuma no me bakery company na ye adwuma ayi pano ayi ye can say Majeri utemi na ye ko two shift
kazana ozuba na
ye ko two shift enti bread na ye no na ye de kokoko shops ne mu ne ade enti ye ho na omode bread bi ba mo friend semel ekuru bi ga na hakura mo ta obi nkuru white one na omode abase ye pilot bi no ye 1000 ategu ni say na bread we no so ye nya new order bia edeba ofa ogogwa one of the biggest supermarket in Europe if German for there. And also see a order from Hofer. Yeah, Hofer 4 person a better bread. And almost start say in fact, the first week, my knee over time. Into the following week, and a Hofer bar say every week be they be about 10,000 pieces of bread. And almost I run a shift to advertise it. We need to do 3 shifts into Weber from 6 to 2, 2 to 10, then 10 to 6. Why? Because of what the demand. Because Hofer at the demand that say they need 10,000 pieces of bread assemble no said, and that one because of production are you producing within the 2 shifts. We can't do that. Into your circle produces I don't know anajo 10 to 6 because a fresh o de koma o man adwumafu ko no anopano obi abetimi akono akwa kutobi ene John Mahama abranti o tu John Mahama fu o felisufu su kwache ese 24-hour economy na John Mahama e ka no our stimulation na sabe me don pass e prabo ya metie e bobe no du ba ko obi akwa de darum ene akwa ka che maame ya ansa say so onfa wa chi nkonkosi ho se minim se ensamanfo ene koto sa adwan no e se du kadi anso me kan so a o se kura de daytime obi akwa ya adwuma mechanic e to ba oba na dwoa like electricity na betua na dwo no eno na efo say daytime obaba just imagine and yes don't they say I don't actually na ma hu du on fanye 24-hour economy omu kra no they can't even explain about 24-hour economy. And we are telling them that 24-hour economy is driven by demand and supply.
All
and
right,
my example no entinya wache ene kwakubu ahede na no say ye bedi fufu anajo
where banahene kokwo usu banahene
okay
ya sare na with you
NDC joke
Mark Medasi amenchia my colleagues na menchia o team na omo mutie ne omo hwe nyina Mark asama abeto dwa regards ura samwajan and the other
Ochame
Kwame under normal very very normal circumstances it is not bad say political party be a manifesto now obey invite nkrofo a more technical know-how about a particular field na ode omwaka ho regardless of your party or political affiliation. But in the abnormal sense in our terrain politically in this country, it will be so suicidal to invite Obia. He's not affiliated to your party. We should get that straight. There's no way say anka be about music or whatever it is. Na NPP be sorry no more atwa afa Sukri Safo ho no more kofre Rexoma say omra omfa ni input emeka ho abrochire America yenim say ho no celebrities akesi Oprah Winfrey mono Jay-Z mono they raise funds for their preferred candidates. In fact, a typical one was Obama's campaign. Yenim say celebrities no do especially the black community, receive funds more dupa at the back of Obama. But in their area, no, there will never be a situation. Obama say Oprah, we did mama raise funds ama Obama nti. Me a friend is saying Trump supporter nti me ntie no biem. And I say a nyom no to amen to biem. And a film no ya I will not patronize her films again. And now ni programs or ya men hwe biem. Omo no ho ano omo ndwen say the AC dwen ho ano. So obekaya owura samwajan. Ni baby jet launch no. On his excellency na Nadu Danko Akufo-Addo. And I for one thought say okay Ubi a oba be launch ne private business or per se presidential touch eka ho enti na oma pani edi nanim ema okọ launch. It was one of them areas obetumi ahwe aka say there could be something. I remember analogy of nkrofo a omo ho aka adwam a omo ye so called celebrities because of their political affiliations ama akwa bibi ho your friend is saying owura juwalaka wanya ne ba bi ko ono yi nanim eto anwom ema ndc e free ho no ne bibia etene upside down there are other onyomtofo are normally say baba ye your friend saying campaigner omo eto nwom ne normal whoever thought sanka obo be baba ye NPP ni I mean visibly, but at the end of the day obo has become part and parcel of the NPP. Did we ever envisaged say Ramak Ukrokumanti Babe MPP ni Kropon one appointment? Did we ever envisaged say a PRO for Cocoa Board? Babe visibly known say we MPP ni Amayaman appointment. There have been several media personalities. Omo Kasai, baby they were perceived to be standing politically, omo any appointment. And I say, omo adom what he say, omo ye party A or party B. I doubt it say NPP, omo POB, ama omo advice or music. Your friend say movie industry. Ola has not revealed himself so party A or party B, but I don't think NPP will come out to take and I say invite or write to Ola say Branafa unim de beboa ye jumadi. It can't happen, right? Say abesha ye mame dokono. We all saw the political acrobatics. Bema more or less now her value had been tainted because of politics. Like I said, under normal circumstances, it shouldn't have been so. But in our abnormal situation that we find ourselves in our political dispensation, that is what it is. Nkrophobia omowo nimdie pa, not only in Sabia football and music and Sabia entertainment industry, but the youngsters are technocrats and compete me out buamaya turning or money around. Businessmen and women. Because of this political tag. And they say omodi omo be frofra and as omo yi omo ni ma. Omo no omo ye no. Ombenya ho sunsanso bone. Look, Mark. Businessman bia o mem ha. Ompese obeyi nani makase me ye party A or party B. What they do behind the scenes, they say omonim say NDC na eba win the 2025 election. Whether they have supported MPP before or whatever it is, they go clandestinely, secretly behind the scenes. No more yiska they support NDC because in their mind they feel say NDC will win. But you see, they don't neglect completely party no more funding. No. So others may think say NPP by winning, so secretly they go funding the campaign of a friend say Ebia MPP. They hide behind. And so the technocrats turning or money around, they are unable to speak because of the tag and vilification. And will be about commentator better. The beg go muscle and some of your better form. Can you imagine, sir, a Bianca Hosana NPP, Dr. Manu Baumia, His Excellency? Ne manifesto team, no, list nearby, no. Near Kohu a to say runs for Jampo. And can one gas hair will break loose. In the mark, we must understand that with this abnormal situation we find ourselves, if you are not politically affiliated, they won't call you. Look, if you are not perceived to be one of them, they will not invite you. Let's take into what argument now when Kwabna was going straight to the point, say this person is an MPP. And we must accept it. Where your MPP and you're bad. What matters is say, obey to me, I dispensing expertise and any experience at the Abua, that sector. Mark, this particular manifesto team, I doubt to say, you will be every say you also, Wokoko sector or Kahubi. I doubt to say, you will be our dear tomatoes or one of the regions. These are the problems we have as a nation. The drivers of the economy are always sidelined when it comes to making political decision or making political manifestos. Right? They take the people they feel that they are around them. More or less, they reside within Accra, etc. Right? Now, so what that kind of yeah, my man, Siam, is it Francis Siam? Say no NDC.
Yeah.
And actually, acrobat here to MPP. No man. All these things. Obakaya, yeah, me I oba mo studio hey Socrates. On a Rex. Back then, we didn't know that they were A or B. At the end of the day, their doings and their speeches made people believe, say, they are one of us. So they called them into the various political parties, as we see today. We have mentioned Makukreku Montie. And as a Usha, as a Mojan, no Anankasa no so. Other issues I be for some reasons I can't mention here. Is known to be an MPP. Rumors has it that he has even helped in funding the MPP before. You hear Ajako, or the movie industry. Obi Eyin and already more Mr. Beautiful Dean. We know that Ajako is an MPP. Meboa. Nobody can say that Ajako is any other party apart from the MPP. And because of that, the movie prowess, and can celebrity title, Adwendel, we can all attest to that fact. I didn't know Crawford said David Donto, and then Sama GBC, Papa Penny, Amakwampo. All said they have stayed put. Do you know their political affiliation? You don't. Because we have never heard or seen them do any A or B for a particular party. By your musicians, a baby to say, acquire your ball, this guy. There be or dream baby. I would team in a bushy or England. Or ball, calm down. Is it? Come back.
Mensa, Lucky Mensa.
Lucky Mensa. We know him. Of say, Ofaha, no Afaha, Ofaha, no, and no bomb and this, no the number. Because of political inducement. I have met personally, of course, now, friend say, Ajaku Nime. I have met him, right on a aqua short kokobi, on the group Nibi, right in front of a MPP headquarters. I'm free inside the bar.
Nasquana.
I need
short cocoa.
Short cocoa, a very short cocoa. Interesting, me could do a semis. Inti me oha no mo bae. No mo bae no mo so ba be di ska ye di mo office on be che won tokwa ho. Ehun dede. Inti no bi ahwe mo. You understand? Inti no party will call anybody that come and help me put up my manifesto without realizing that you are politically.
It's saying so if the person doesn't belong to any of the political parties, will be intimidated on some friends.
You can say under normal circumstances, but in our abnormal situation that you're finding yourselves in, this is the situation we have. Man, okay. We must accept these things. But and actually, last week, we program is one ura obribuahe. Nensemo kikano nature patch they say. In fact, if obribuahe, there could be two things. A beer or cancer betting in Hunintino. NSC and Indian copy a sub, but Obibuahin does not deserve to be in a sub committee. Na se Kobane se or cancer and intino modern shareholder, Nasa or accept here. Just say papanos who are degrading on crack. Because Obibuahin, Mamprusi Wale, or portrait to the whole Ghana say, on mom no did Dr. Baumia by. At the back of my mind, I always said to myself within me, say, Akwaya di oye, ye mfre wo, menye sure say your commission say yes adi. Now person we ye na ye hu say wo so wo ye bi. At the end of the day, look at what has happened to him. Subcommittee. And I wish any videos different so about out regards them. Was what no na ya muano no man na say actually na say actually ko hu say why accept not to be on a main committee and you Obribu you are qualified to be the head of the legal whatever within the manifesto na say ye command why deputy minister so before Wakufo Abem
deputy interior defense on
interior na say ene ye command sub committee afterthought or whatever it is na say wojia just say you have a problem now young mean conclude on Oforiata it tells you, and I said it on your station here, the utter disrespect Nana Danko Akufo-Addo has for the people of this country. You see, they know what they are looking for, and they don't care whether say inform what they want as a family and friends. No, they want to execute it to the letter. Okay. Because after all, or call out of government. And Timinia, in all these maneuvers, no, let us conclude and accept to say, who affiliated to any political party, no political party could call you.
In our system here.
In our system here.
When you say, Jerry, please stop displaying your arrogance on air. Please know that you are on air and we are listening. Okay, I know. Anything I was sending a message. Finally, please stop the journalism and go and join the MPP. You have shown clearly that you are an MPP person. It will help you if you resign and go and join them. Useless MPP journalist. Nana Kwame, Eddie Frikaswa. That's
I saw Campa. And I had a cabra said,
Nana Medas. When say there is a saying in Nakan, say, and Nama, yen, you know, yen fa, yen say, and
your fire say, and check.
And check. And why okay. And I say that they watch you tree na kakraka. Yechire kokoko yendi yechiri koko. Aha, yechiri koko yendi ne ma. So if Asamoah really knows that he's not an MPP member, he could have declined the appointment. So until I know so about sana. Now, or dream beyond Franco. What a point in a maybe some. It's Elisha Tayudi Frusu. And Adiaba. Well, so from all indication, there is no doubt that the NDC was empty in power and still remains empty in opposition. If not, how can a reasonable party who has been in opposition for 7 years still struggling very hard to come out with one single reasonable manifesto policy to convince Ghanaians? But I say, what was over the Abba? Abdul Rahman Bako. Me system no.
What you my tea for tia?
Afa one more aba. One more aba na ma me say over the weekend one my fancy. Charge into ha me. Or say 23rd February 2024 Accra, the Alliance for Full Soldiers Advocacy AFA is scandalized by the latest appointment of embattled Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta as the senior presidential advisor and special envoy for international finance and private sector investment, inasmuch as the President of the Republic is clothed with the executive authority to appoint persons he deems fit into his government. It is equally important that he refrains from exercising that power arbitrarily and capriciously. It is needless to say that Ken Ofori-Atta's performance as finance minister post-COVID-19 has been questionable. And the least the Ghanaian people expect is for him to step aside from the economic decisions of the country as pertains in their jurisdiction. Ken Ofori-Atta remains the only finance minister, at least in the Fourth Republic, who has received public condemnation from MPs of his own party. Appointing him to his Nobel position, albeit advisory amid our current economic challenges, is nothing but a slap in the faces of the Ghanaians electorate. Mr. President, with all due respect, it's about time you listen to the sentiment of the electorates in whose name you exercise your presidential powers in order not to make the campaign difficult for our new flag bearer. Ghanaian people have had enough of Ken Ofori-Atta. AFA calls on all well-meaning party members and sympathizers to join the call to get Ken Ofori-Atta out of this latest appointment. Into executive members in SINA. AFA statement.
Nigeria, so their own food soldiers. President Akufo-Addo must listen to people. Me say, Papa, send ye packaging in my Ghanaians. Ni nyina yenim send Papa etie o. Be obepe power na wonam fiem na waduru a o mo so me hwe munye se ne saka to me wie ya. Ni ope and he doesn't listen to anybody.
Go for okoji o mo banche pese di ekwa.
Ene wo bo pese ne waduru no obeyi bia no na o tetrotro mu na onum pia otane se na ni nyina na oboa. Ni nyina ne saka power hwe de oye. Edien pa na Ken Ofori-Atta wonu mu bie mu a obeyama Ghana. Wasade na kwasho. He say he will share his office with Ken Ofori-Atta. Because Matiamidu described Ken Ofori-Atta as co-president to Akufo-Addo. Only in the rule on my Mark. Me call a parliament.
Oh, challenge time now.
Oh, say
time now. Why there?
I think Mark you know. Say ya no a leader no. No say chairman sabos. Ye akwanya fa so coup d'etat ye di no.
You won't make
afenyo ade ene de obi anim say tumutumu ni ntina Akufo-Addo ede na ba.
Oh. OJ there challenge.
Anopasia en kakase hotie na nsembia na hu hia. Asma me de to asma me de to Johnny say
what time
Ghana for enya opepa ene ahotoso mfama NPP aban ogusu a wo ye enuma pa o sitie na yenkan yani ana ye mon kontre enkonkonkɔhwɛ se emra na yenuanom ye ofas ye ma omusuapon mu 2012 13 14 wo university a na otua light bill boiler bill ene bills be and aban bae no wo yi sa anwoma ni nyina ye de afri honom yenkani a enye ensusu igina so dane de nia 24/7 even though there are some technical hatred but you say aban no gusu awai dey or ye and the party Ghana for yemfa yem tan na adon achi ne ba omia na omonsa mai tumi no na enye enepa ye Ghana edana na ba omia eni so peso ye dey edema Ghana na enye de John Mahama nsem wonam ka se awachi fufu ni akranti a ebetonton ogudede nso say infrastructure ene airport mitimi hu say airport na adwene ebesi de dia meni me bia ye dey esiko ti o mahunu say na no John Mahama we empty okotena fi no wansua hwe ade na dada no a ene de ni trimu a wode ebre o my Ghana fo ntimi de ma no besi am
did say na
Mark wona ohun mu akakra
ale
Ura chairman Sabunsu over the period why your interviews ahorwa bisa senti onwankasa na odene peresan ye anadi na buy na obi benya the truth from why say Ura chairman Sabunsu woni ho say voluntary and now say by force sanka woni first person no
ade
now Ura chairman Sabunsu ayonko fadie wo ne so interview mu ha na won friend so ma on kasa men fada nti ade ndi na won friend no interview no ade so na de am yanse yem pay for na pro ashomo ma share front page of one of the was say the daily dispatch was no one forced me out of majority leadership now majority leadership position any chairman of Manifesto dia he na emodu dia so na ye more or less long term
but chairman of the Manifesto committee ni there eno na e wo hoda dansa we no na ya de no mo de be man dada
na I didn't know what my publish and I said well no but why is it on the front page say no one forced me he has been granting interviews say obi am force no yes you nim the sion say last better owura da ka be program so now some I act no you don't preempt now the abeto abonten yeah when your usefulness is finished that is the ajapade document the woman no omo use we no matter what they will take you off into Ura chairman Sabozu yenim why nti e metra bonten kan kire say yamfo so am nka no kro kakra mpanfo no Monka no krena munja atrona mucha sa
Okay.
at the end of the day no, we don't get the truth in issues that happen within
That's it. I'm a few minutes. My mefa calls when you call 0302243540 030225790 2 in Nana out there. Hey, no,
free NDC camp.
Nana your friend is.
Oh, NDC Mono ya dada mo na send this party.
Beba to mache. Oh, okay. But that's you change no. Nana you change no. Okay. Mache.
Hello?
Yes, I tell you.
Yeah, McJarry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, me asu die kan.
Enganzo.
But as my money aduma match, my money aduma che your for. Chief Director Western Housing Reverend Asante Oboduma. Na me no be ma say na ho Kennedy na Samuel. Dey me kan say that same we say no, I say the to nchen. Obi akọ ma na me broadcasting ko dua baso, when national chairman, national organizer and national penifo aka. So no man penny ekasa fitima na reshuffle ko so me no kasa fikumase ba no a uta ka do obi kan say ye maintain MPP ni na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia adwuma Paul man penny mu ye no on santo so
kana
man ye ko ni me da
say yanko. Me ba to mache. Oh. I know to my room akati. Mache.
Good morning, Marjorie.
Yes, I tell.
Marjorie, wa o de se orobo ko si buate nkantamanto.
Yanko enim.
Na nyango pon shira papa na adwuma pa o bo adwuma ana ugo respect pa yan so respect o. Me pa cho me cha o panelist yan wo sidi ho nyina nya me nshira mo. Wadaroma manya wa sidi kasi ye die. Minister of Information Minister Fatima Abubakar Abrahami adwuma papa nyango pon shira no na adwuma ho te. Over Medina Robert Lamte okumkom. Oh Medina for mo dam 2024
Okay, better say my next one. Beba to my change, yes, sir.
Me also now what is it?
Now, do it you.
Dr. Newman, the Tama Committee. Me
right.
Me say share more than come a year on our work here also free Abrikumanov. And I feel so a year Lawrence Adinsam, and so a year lower Himach Densha. And I didn't announce the Fabashi Tema West MP. Minya Bema, NDC for no better, Mr. Yawasan as an eternal. Ono oba wakasama NDC wonyi na enimi so wakasama NDC we mama NDC ni ehu se ampase NDC for panel so mba no me mi na mensa ni na na list we nyina kwati MPP oba o meka bibi ma MPP ho mo na baso da eti yese no enne ono kwa na asem obeka na Ghana for ye ni tua dia ma papa MPP for ya ma Ghana for e fa so MPP for Ghana for ye na free MPP for ho ene be hwe so da to aba ene wo beton na wo condemn MPP ni na asefo no. Okay. It was not make us say, what take decision now? Over customer say, what did Hoya and Abiza? And I said, Laya will be by.
Yo, better say, my uncle Francois Emra. Mache.
Mejisu Majari.
Yes, you.
Came on to originally from MPP and I say,
Lady majority leader, no?
Na then omuti one mo katem tell da so MPP nti say you know nti na na do e reshape no ono de aden no mo nkan wata ye yi omo claim aban mu ana say ya ti staff kiki omo ni mbabi a di kemen sabosu for maminkia Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Ba any Ben Abdallah Banda ni onabuya Patrick Buama there is no way NDC for mudi gari bottom ma Umbelu supporto.
Better say, Mamma next one. Maybe I'm watching. Yes, sir.
Where I made my acaphophobia all the way from Kantama. Where you come, I remember about Parliamentary Information Minister, Honorable Fatima to Abubakar, and Robert Lamte Okumkom, just a copy of Paul. Mike. The Biana Mikase Asanita no de. NDC for the other mouse. When I would say men from Yakwala, what would say, Papa, open to me now, Dano. And so I said, your mamma can say, and Coco to put your Sanata once here, and I will book a plane to say, you're done, Dano. I don't know where think I was the floor also, Papa.
Okay, may I say, Mamma last one. May I try, Machi? Yanko.
John President Ansoma. Opening yesterday, MPP, NDC, Munya Botre. Now, mano, ekoye ma na ushe or say chairman Sabusu, a Juma Waye, our parliament tete. Na se bibi bekoswa. Na date na all media and the press statement Emma. Na mo kan won from him and a Joe Wise nama, no way nama. I said, and Penina war on Ankasan. I said, and go ye. Yes, no, Omonia the year, no man called him.
Mena same. Ahana medisi. Obibia ofrebia yeda say. Yankopon shiro bibia. The panel members about me was a Kosia ne Kwabena Ma Fonson. Madam Mase. Kwajo da me a producer. Ujina Mechi Asada Odi. Abena Frema Bankron na ya Osafo. Woman in charge of the social media handles. And the Kwasia Bwaje, the darling boy name is supervisor. Dr. Faradix and executive producer, fully supported by my general manager, Kennedy Asante OSEI. Midin the Macjerry OSEI AGYEMAN. Bichia Dr. Fashion. Ejuma Fujina and Michia Great Francis Okokroko. Hello Kokroko. One on paying for more taifa. Also Michia Mopa, woman. There's a water dispenser. See, Oma Madrid said, what dear Asaya on Bay yet the Kamanom the amount. Kokroko. Omadiana Chia, brother, Mammy Pa, I mean, Ishram, a year, 24 more Royal Yima 2010 Ventures. May sorry, Ola Michael, the entertainment GH, it was so, yeah, call.